Hello and very welcome everyone to this session of the Modern History Previous Year Questions Part 12. In today's session, we are going to discuss the particular topics that are related to modern history, the questions that has been asked related to them, and we will see the type of question that could come into your upcoming exams. And we will note down every important thing related to these topics. So let's start our session without wasting any time. So the topics that I got covered for you is partition of Bengal and Swadeshi movement, Muslim League, Delhi Darbar, and Home Rule movement. Before we start, the images used in our slide deck are for educational purpose only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathee@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So first question which we have with us is, when was the partition of Bengal happened? Options are 1904, 1905, 1906 and 1903. So think about it and try to find out the answer, guys. And I guess the answer you are giving is quite right, because the answer of this question is 1905. So the partition of Bengal was carried out on 16th October 1905 under the viceroyship of Lord Curzon's presidency. So if we talk about Lord Curzon, first of all, he came to the viceroyship in 1899 and he remained till 1905. And the major incident or the event that happened under his viceroyship was particularly the partition of Bengal that happened in 1905. He was also the one under whom the Monument Act came and also the Currency Act came. And basically, Lord Curzon's viceroyship made a very big impact on the relations of Hindu and Muslims in the region of Bengal. The partition of Bengal was done with the points that it is too big a state to control, but the point was that they want to implement divide and rule policy in this particular state of Bengal. That is why this particular partition of Bengal was done. And after the partition of Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore wrote a song, Amar Sonar Bangla. So remember, answer is 1905. Another question, which of the following movement was started by Lal Bal Pal? Purn Swaraj, Khilafat movement, non-cooperation movement, Swadeshi movement? Take your time. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right, because the answer is Swadeshi movement. So in the position of partition of Bengal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal had started Swadeshi movement on 7th August 1905. Khilafat movement aimed was to rouse public opinion against the harsh treatment according to the Ottoman Empire, Sultan and Khalifa, which was started under the leadership of Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. Non-cooperation movement was started by Mahatma Gandhi in 1920. So these are the options that has been asked in the question. So they are discussed in detail. But remember that Swadeshi movement was the one which was particularly started by Lal Bal Pal. And if we talk about Swadeshi movement, so basically some other peoples were also there, like Surendranath Banerjee was also there, who started this movement. And this was the time when the boycott of goods and products of the Britishers was started. This particular process of boycotting the things became one of the key points during the non-cooperation movement, but it was done on a large scale in non-cooperation movement, as Gandhiji asked the people to even drop out from school and leave the jobs of the Britishers. So that was the answer, Swadeshi movement. Which movement in pre-independent India gave impetus to cotton production? Khilafat movement, non-cooperation movement, Quit India movement, Swadeshi movement? The answer is quite right, because the answer is Swadeshi movement. In the second half of the 19th century, the cotton textile industry expanded very rapidly. The Swadeshi movement gave a major impetus to the industry, as there was a call for boycotting all British made goods in favor of Indian goods. The production was started in cottage industries like handlooms and power looms were producing cotton cloths. So, do remember the answer is Swadeshi movement. It is started in 1905 after the partition of Bengal. Major people who started this movement were the extremists, and particularly Mr. Surendranath Banerjee also. And apart from that, it also became one of the key points during the non-cooperation movement also, in which Gandhiji asked the people not just to boycott the goods and products, but also to boycott the particularly the services and jobs of the Britishers. Which viceroy ordered the partition of Bengal in 1905? Options are in front of you: Lord Reading, Lord Minto, Lord Curzon, Lord Hardinge. Simple question this is. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right, because the answer is Lord Curzon. So the partition of Bengal was carried out by the British Viceroy Lord Curzon in India. Despite strong Indian nationalist opposition, it began a transformation of the partition of Bengal and Swadeshi movement from a middle class pressure group into a nationwide mass movement. If we talk about Lord Curzon, he remained in India from 1899 to 1905, and his words make more impact, as his words are more hateous against the Indians, as once he said that it is his dream to destroy Congress while he's in India. So these are the type of words he used to speak. So that was Lord Curzon for you, and he was the one who particularly ordered partition of Bengal. During the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, a tricolor flag was designed having colors. Very good question this is. Green, white, yellow, orange, white, green, red, green, yellow, red, green, white. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are giving is right, because the answer is red, green, and yellow. So, national movement made the national leaders aware that icons and symbols helped in unifying the people of the nation. Thus, during the Swadeshi movement in Bengal, a tricolor flag was designed. The flag consisted of three colors: red, green, and yellow. It also had 8 lotuses, which represents the 8 British provinces in India. It had a crescent moon, which represents the both Hindus and Muslims. So that was the flag that was first used, and colors were red, green, and yellow. And also Rabindranath Tagore, a famous song, Amar Sonar Bangla, during this time, which later became the national anthem of Bangladesh. Who among the following advocated a moderate, gradual, and persuasive approach to colonial rule through the Swadeshi movement? Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Bipin Chandra Pal, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are giving is quite right, because the answer is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Gopal Krishna Gokhale advocated a moderate, gradual, and persuasive approach to colonial rule through the Swadeshi movement. The movement had its root in the anti-partition movement, which was started to oppose Lord Curzon's decision of dividing the province of Bengal in 1905. The extremists gained a more dominant influence over the Swadeshi movement in Bengal after 1905 till 1908. It is also known as the era of passionate nationalists. So, particularly, that was Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and that was a difference between Gopal Krishna Gokhale, and particularly if we talk about the Gopal Krishna Gokhale and Bal Ganga and all the other type of people like Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, and other ones, because particularly, as we can clearly see, that the extremists were already jailed in around the year 1908 after the Surat split session. And particularly when Gandhiji came in 1915, so he was the one who particularly redefined the things, and particularly he was the one who has a mix of moderate and extremist in him. So that was the thing, and remember, answer is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Who among the following did not advocate militant opposition to colonial rule through the Swadeshi movement? Options are Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal. Take your time. And the answer is quite very simple and evident. The answer is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. So Gopal Krishna Gokhale did not advocate a militant opposition to colonial rule through the Swadeshi movement. So answer, remember, is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Swadeshi movement started in India during the protest against Rowlatt Act, Gandhiji's Champaran Satyagraha, anti-Bengal partition agitation, first non-cooperation movement of 1919-1922. So take your time and think about it, guys. And I guess the answer is quite simple for you because the answer is anti-Bengal partition agitation. So Swadeshi movement was started in India during the anti-Bengal partition agitation. And Swadeshi movement started in India during anti-Bengal partition agitation. It started at Calcutta Town Hall, Bengal on 7th August 1905. Boycott movement was also launched with it. If we talk about Khilafat and non-cooperation movement took place in 1919 to 1922. Champaran Satyagraha of Gandhiji took place in the year 1917. The protest against the Rowlatt Act in the year 1919. So all this was done in the Swadeshi movement and started in India during the anti-Bengal partition agitation. So remember this question. The Swadeshi movement started in India during the Champaran Satyagraha of Gandhiji, anti-Bengal partition agitation, protests against Rowlatt Act, first non-cooperation movement of 1919-1922. So take your time. So I guess the answer is quite simple because the answer is anti-Bengal partition agitation. Swadeshi movement started in India during the anti-Bengal partition agitation. The partition of Bengal was announced on 20th July 1905 by Lord Curzon, the Viceroy of India, and implemented on 16th October 1905. Bengal partition was the part of divide and rule policy of Britishers. So do remember the answer is anti-Bengal partition agitation. Who had ordered for the partition of Bengal in July 1905? Warren Hastings, Lord Irwin, Lord Curzon, Mountbatten. Take your time. So if we talk about Warren Hastings was the one under whom the regulating act came. Lord Irwin was the one under whom the first roundtable conference was and second roundtable conference was executed. Apart from that, the death hanging of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru was done. And Lord Mountbatten was the one under whom India got independence. And answer is Lord Curzon. So partition of Bengal was ordered for Lord Curzon by Lord Curzon in 1905. He announced the partition of Bengal on 20th July 1905. It came into force on 16th October 1905 in the Delhi Darbar of 1911. Viceroy Lord Hardinge II announced the repealing of the partition of Bengal when George V came to India on a visit. And when this partition of Bengal came into force, the people of Bengal, they celebrated Raksha Bandhan. Remember that as well. Partition of Bengal was ordered by whom in 1905? Lord Curzon, Lord Mountbatten, Lord Linlithgow, Lord Macaulay. Take your time. Okay, so if we talk about the options, Lord Mountbatten, we all know, was at the time of independence. Macaulay was the person who brought, who came to India as a law officer, first law officer, and particularly he was the one who introduced the English education to the system. And Linlithgow was the one under whom the August offer came. So the answer of this question is particularly Lord Curzon. The partition of Bengal was ordered by Lord Curzon in 1905. He announced the partition of Bengal on 20 July 1905. It came into force in 16th October 1905 in the Delhi Darbar of 1911. Viceroy Lord Hardinge II announced the repealing of the partition of Bengal. So do remember the answer is Lord Curzon. The actual reason considered behind the partition of Bengal by Lord Curzon was Bengalis were opposing English dress and food. All freedom fighters were from Bengal. Divide and rule policy of the British. Bengal has emerged as an education center. Take your time. So basically, what they have said is that it is too big a state to control. But the reason was divide and rule policy of the British. So the actual reason considered behind the partition of Bengal by Lord Curzon was divide and rule policy of the British. But what they have said that it is because the particular state is too big to control, and that is why we are introducing the separation of this state into West Bengal and East Bengal. When did the Swadeshi movement begin? 1921, 1847, 1881, 1905. Take your time. And the answer of this question is simple because we already have read it so many times. Answer is 1905. In agitation against the Bengal partition, a large conference was held in Calcutta's town hall in 1905, where an official announcement of Swadeshi movement was made. People were asked to leave government service, schools, judiciaries, and not to use foreign goods. It was not only a political movement but an economical one also. So try to understand this thing, very important. 1905 was the one when Swadeshi movement was started. So Rabindranath Tagore wrote the song Amar Sonar Bangla. What was considered as a symbol of human society that would not glorify machines and technology during the Indian national movement? Handloom, charkha, potter's wheel, spinning jenny. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right because answer is charkha. So during the Indian national movement, the spinning wheel charkha was considered as a symbol of human society that would not glorify machines and technology. Gandhiji made economic independence in the freedom struggle. According to Gandhiji, the spinning wheel was also a symbol of an alternative economic system. It was also for the economic condition of women, for their freedom, and also for the farmer who lived empty for 6 months. It could have been made an instrument of economic freedom. So answer is charkha. Remember this. First partition of Bengal took place in the year. Options are in front of you. Take your time. So I guess the answer is simple. Answer is 1905. So decision of the partition of Bengal was announced by Lord Curzon, then Viceroy of India, on 20 July 1905. It came into effect during his viceroyalty on 16th October 1905. Lord Curzon proposed the partition of Bengal as an administrative measure solely. The idea was using the Bengal partition as a political tool to undermine the growing nationalism in Bengal. Rabindranath Tagore composed the famous song Amar Sonar Bangla, which later became the national anthem of Bangladesh. So the answer is 1905. During the Indian national movement, who among the following painted the famous picture of Bharat Mata? Abendra Nath Tagore, Muhammad Iqbal, Lokmanya Tilak, or B.C. Chatterjee? Take your time. So if we talk about them one by one, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee was the one who wrote Anand Math. So he was a writer. And the excerpt of Vande Mataram was taken from his book. Lokmanya Tilak, we all know, was a freedom fighter, was an extremist, and he used to wrote two journals. One is Maratha, and the other one is Kesari. And he was also known as Lokmanya Tilak, and particularly also the one who started the Ganpati Mahotsav on large basis. Muhammad Iqbal was the one who wrote the song that was Sare Jahan Se Acha. So the answer of this question is Abindranath Tagore. So Bharat Mata painting is one of the most iconic paintings of Abindranath Tagore, which was painted in 1905 during Indian National Movement. The Bharat Mata Mandir was built in Varanasi in 1936 by Shiv Prasad Gupta and was inaugurated by Mahatma Gandhi. So do remember, answer is Abindranath Tagore. When did the Swadeshi movement in India officially proclaimed? 15 December 1905, 7th August 1905, 26 February 1906, 18 July 1905. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right, because the answer is 7th August 1905. Swadeshi movement was officially proclaimed on 7th August 1905 at Calcutta Town Hall in Bengal. The movement included using good produced in India, burning the British made goods. This movement was started when the British government decided the partition of Bengal. So the answer is 7th August 1905. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, along with Sri Ratan Ji Tata, opened the outlets of Swadeshi goods in 1905. What was the name of that outlet? Bharat Swadeshi Cooperative Stores Limited, Jai Hind Government Stores Limited, Hindustani Swadeshi Cooperative Stores Company Limited, Bombay Swadeshi Cooperative Stores Company Limited. Very important question. This is quite moderate type of question. Try to think about it. And the question is moderate, and the answer is Bombay Swadeshi Cooperative Stores Company Limited. So basically, if we talk about Ratanji Tata, so it is not the Ratan Tata who was in India currently. It was Jamshedji Ratanji Tata, and basically he was an industrialist at that time. And if we talk about the Ratanji Tata, so he was also facing backlash from the Britishers, as Britishers were particularly improving business strategies and policies for the British entrepreneurs only or industrialists only, and Indian industrialists were sidelined. So because of that, India's industrialists were also very not in favor of British. So that is why they also helped the revolutionaries or freedom fighters in uh, getting independence. So Bombay Swadeshi Cooperative Stores Company Limited was publicly incorporated on this 11th December 1905. It is a non-government company. This outlet was opened by Bal Gangadhar Tilak along with Sri Ratanji Tata. Three popular freedom fighters, including Bipin Chandra Pal, are known as Lal Bal Pal. Who were the other two of them? Very simple question. Options are Subhash Chandra Bose, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, Bhagat Singh, Ram Prasad Bismil, or Bhikaji Kama. So take your time. And the answer is Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Lala Lajpat Rai. So you can see three of them in this photo. Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai were three popular Indian freedom fighters who were known as Lal Bal Pal. Lal Bal Pal were as assertive nationalists in British India from 1906 to 1918. They advocated Swadeshi goods. These three were extremist leaders because they believed the success could be achieved only through bold means. So do remember, the answer is Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Lala Lajpat Rai. Who among the following resisted the demands of the formation of Pakistan? Maulana Ashraf Ali Thanvi, Muhammad Iqbal, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So think about it. And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right, because the answer of this question is Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. So the demand for the formation of Pakistan was opposed by Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. He strongly opposed the proposal for the partition of India into the Hindu majority dominion of India and Muslim majority dominion of Pakistan. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was a great statesman of the frontier and Baluchistan who participated in the freedom struggle of India. And due to his work, he came to be known as Sarhadi Gandhi or Frontier Gandhi. He was also known as Badshah Khan or Bacha Khan. He also started the movement called uh, Red Kurti Andolan, or particularly, he started an organization that was also known as Khudai Khidmatgar. And apart from that, he was also the one who was awarded Bharat Ratna from India later on after independence. So remember his name, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Name the Punjabi Muslim who was a student at Cambridge and who coined the term Pakistan in 1933. Khan Rahmat Khan, Amanat Ali, Nusrat Fateh Ali, or Chaudhry Rahmat Ali. So take your time. And this is a simple question. The answer is Chaudhry Rahmat Ali. Chaudhry Rahmat Ali was a law student of the University of Cambridge. In 1933, he coined the term Pakistan. It was during the year 1930 that Chaudhry Rahmat Ali seemed to have established the Pakistan National Movement. With its headquartered at Cambridge, he coined the word Pakistan for 30 million Muslims who live in the 5 northern units of India: Punjab, Northwest Frontier Province, Kashmir, Sindh, and Balochistan. So do remember, answer is Chaudhry Rahmat Ali. The Muslim League was founded in Hyderabad, Dhaka, Lahore, Karachi. Take your time. So I guess the answer you're looking for is right, because the answer is Dhaka. At that time, it was known as Dhaka, and currently it is Dhaka. The Muslim League was the political party founded at Dhaka in 1906 in British India. Its strong advocacy from 1930 onwards for the establishment of a separate Muslim majority nation state, Pakistan, successfully led to the partition of India in 1947 by the British Empire. So answer is Dhaka. All India Muslim League adopted the Lahore Resolution in the year dash 1942, 1941, 1939, 1940. Take your time. And I guess your answer is right. Answer is 1940. The Lahore Resolution, also called Pakistan Resolution or Declaration of Independence of Pakistan, was written and prepared by Muhammad Zafar Ullah Khan and was presented by A.K. Fazlul Haq. The Prime Minister of Bengal was a former political statement adopted by the All India Muslim League on the occasion of its 3-day general session in Lahore on 22 to 24th March 1940. Although the name Pakistan had been proposed by Chaudhry Rahmat Ali in his Pakistan Declaration. So do remember, the declaration or the Lahore Resolution was particularly adopted in the year 1940. And later on, this particular resolution or this particular process was led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. When was the Muslim League founded? 1914, 1917, 1906, 1902? And I guess the answer you are looking for is quite right, because the answer we have already discussed is 1906. The Muslim League was established in 1906 in Dhaka, Bangladesh. At that time, it was known as East Bengal, and particularly at that time, Dhaka was known as Dhaka, and by Aga Khan, Salimullah Khan, and Nawab ul Mulk. So these were the three main founders of Muslim League, and the tenure was of Lord Minto II. So Muslim League was founded in this tenure, and later on, Lord Minto II also gave a particular gift to the Muslim League as he declared a separate electorate for Muslims under the 1909 Morley Minto reforms. So do remember, answer is 1906. Who observed the Pratyaksh Karwahi Divas on 16th August 1946? I hope you must have heard about it. Options are Christian League, Muslim League, Hindu League, or Sikh League. And I guess the answer you are looking for is right, because answer is Muslim League. So Pratyaksh Karwahi Divas. So Pratyaksh Karwahi Divas, if we talk about, is basically known as the Direct Action Day, guys. So 16th of August 1946 is particularly known as the Direct Action Day in order to actuate their demand for the separate Muslim homeland after the British left the Indian subcontinent. It was a day of nationwide massacre of Hindus by Muslims motivated by Muhammad Ali Jinnah, hate speeches. Their main aim was to attain a different country with a Muslim majority. So do remember, answer is Muslim League. And this was declared by Muhammad Ali Jinnah from his residence after he lost the particular elections, indirect elections of the Constituent Assembly. So after that, he declared Direct Action Day, and just after that, the riots were started from Bengal, which later on became a part of every particular area where Hindu and Muslims were in balanced state. And after that, there was it was inevitable to control the partition of India. The demand for Pakistan was made in Dash at the Lahore session of the Muslim League. So try to think about it. 1932, 1942, 1940, 1940, 1936. Take your time. And I guess the answer you are giving is right, because the answer is 1940. So on March 21, 1940, Muslim League ultimately came forward for the formation of independent state of Pakistan, which should be the homeland of the Muslims. Muslim state was first mooted by Sir Muhammad Iqbal in 1930. In December 1906, All India Muslim League was established. So do remember, the demand of Pakistan was made in 1940 at the Lahore session of the Muslim League. And later on in 1947, basically, they got Pakistan on 14th August 1947. Where was the Muslim League founded? Dhaka, Lucknow, Bihar, or Kanpur? Take your time. And I guess the answer you are giving is quite right, because the answer is Dhaka. So on 30 December 1906, All India Muslim League, popularly known as the Muslim League, was founded in Dhaka, British India. The founders of the Muslim League were Khwaja Salimullah, Waqar ul Mulk, Sayyid Amir Ali, Sayyid Nabiullah, Khan Bahadur Ghulam, and Mustafa Chaudhry. Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined the league in 1913. The league was dissolved on 14th August 1947. So do remember, answer of this question is Dhaka. The Muslim League was founded in 1906, and it was founded by majorly three people: Aga Khan, Salimullah Khan, and Nawab Bakar ul Mulk. The 1943 Karachi session of Muslim League adopted the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, divide and rule, divide and quit, karo ya maro. So take your time and think about it. And the answer is divide and quit. So Muslim League was founded in Dhaka in 1906. In the Karachi session in December 1943 of the Muslim League of Resolution to demand Pakistan was presented, and the slogan of divide and quit was given. Muhammad Ali Jinnah was a prominent leader of the Muslim League. Pakistan Day was celebrated by the Muslim League on 23rd March 1943. So this was the time when they have particularly gave the slogan divide and quit. So they must have been influenced from the slogan that was divide and rule, or sorry, divide and do or die, or divide and rule, because the type of slogan they have given was um, not appropriate at that time, as in the freedom fighters of India, they are fighting against Britishers with the Quit India movement, and on the other side they are giving this slogan divide and quit. So the 1943 Karachi session of Muslim League adopted the slogan. When was All India Muslim League founded? 1905, 1906, 1914 or 1918? And I guess the answer you are giving is quite right, because answer is 1906. So on 30 December 1906, the All India Muslim League was founded in Dhaka, British India. The first British president of the league was Aga Khan III. Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined the league in 1913. Nawab Salimullah proposed the formation of this league. So do remember, the answer is 1906. And later on in 1909, they also got a separate electorate from the British under the Maulaya Minto reforms. In 1916, in Lucknow session, under the presidency of Ambika Charan Majumdar of the Congress, the Muslim League and Indian National Congress, they came together on one platform. When was the All India Muslim League established in Dhaka? 1885, 1906, 1857, 1927. Simple question. And answer is also simple. Answer is 1906. On 30th December 1906, the All India Muslim League was founded in Dhaka, British India, now in Bangladesh. The first president of the league was Aga Khan III. Muhammad Ali Jinnah joined the league in 1913. Nawab Salimullah proposed the formation of this league, and Nawab Wakarul Mulk was also one of the co-founder of this. Other question is, who laid down the foundation stone of Delhi during Delhi Darbar 1911? Options are Herbert Breaker, Lord Wellington, George, and Lord Irwin. So take your time and tell me the answer. And I guess you have figured out the answer, because the answer is George V. So during the British Empire, the Delhi Court Darbar was organized in the beauty of the coronation of the King and Queen of England. The Delhi Court was organized in India in 1977 and 1903 and 1911. In the Delhi Court of 1911, the King George V himself came to India, and the coronation of Maharaja, that is King George V, and Maharani, Queen Mary, took place during this Delhi Court. George V laid the foundation stone of Delhi and announced the transfer of capital of India from Kolkata to Delhi. Finally, on February 13, 1931, Lord Irwin inaugurated the new capital in New Delhi. So do remember, if we talk about why they have transferred the capital to New Delhi from Calcutta, because Calcutta has become the center of nationalism in our country, and particularly to counter that thing, or to particularly suppress that thing, they have transferred the capital to Delhi. In which year was Delhi officially announced as the capital of British India by the Emperor George V? So simple question, the way of asking is different. Options are 1910, 1911, 1907 or 1913. Take your time. And I guess you have figured out the answer. The answer is 1911. So in the year 1911, George V officially announced the transfer of the capital of India from Calcutta. This declaration came into force in 1912. The Viceroy of India at that time was Lord Hardinge II. The partition of Bengal was cancelled in 1911. So basically, George V came to India as in the Delhi Darbar, because it was generally Delhi Darbar was organized because at that particular time, whenever the Britishers found any kind of chaos or any kind of unsettlement among the Indians, so they particularly called the emperor or the queen to come and visit India and to make settle down the people of India. And for that purpose, George V also came. Calcutta session was organized of Congress. Jan Gan Man was sung for the first time. George V announced the capital of India to be changed to Delhi, and also he particularly transferred his order of the partition of Bengal is being abolished. When was New Delhi made the capital of country? 1908, 1910, 1911, 1914. Take your time. And I guess again you have figured out the answer, because simple question this is. Again, the answer is 1911. So on 12 December 1911, King George V of Britain proclaimed that the capital of British India would be moved from Calcutta to Delhi at the historic Delhi Darbar. This announcement and Delhi Darbar was organized during the tenure of Viceroy Lord Hardinge II. Planner of the capital city Delhi was Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker. On February 13, 1931, New Delhi was inaugurated as the capital by Lord Irwin after the construction of the city completed in 1931. Earlier, Calcutta was capital of British India, and the reason was because Calcutta became the center of nationalism in our country, and they want to suppress that. So that is why they transferred the capital to New Delhi. When did the capital of India transferred from Calcutta to Delhi? Again, the way of asking is different. Options 1911, 1905, 1910, 1912. Take your time. And I guess once again the answer you are looking for is right. Answer is 1911. So on 12 December 1911, King George V of Britain proclaimed that the capital of British India would be moved from Calcutta to Delhi at the historic Delhi Darbar. This announcement and Delhi Darbar was organized during the tenure of Viceroy Lord Hardinge II. Lord Hardinge II was the one on whom under the Delhi conspiracy, the bomb was dropped. Planner of the capital city Delhi was Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker. On February 13, 1931, New Delhi was inaugurated as the capital by Lord Irwin after the construction of the city completed in 1931. Earlier Calcutta was the capital of British India. So do remember, answer is 1911. From which city India's capital was transferred to Delhi? Options are Bombay, Madras, Calcutta, or Mysore. Take your time and think about it. And the answer is simple. The answer is Calcutta. So on 12 December 1911, King George V of Britain proclaimed the capital of British India would be moved from Calcutta to Delhi at the historic Delhi Darbar. This announcement and Delhi Darbar was organized during the tenure of Viceroy Lord Hardinge II. Planner of capital city Delhi was Edwin Lutyens and Herbert Baker. On February 13, 1931, New Delhi was inaugurated as the capital by Lord Irwin after the construction of the city completed in 1931. Earlier, Calcutta was the capital of British India. So do remember, the answer is Calcutta. Which popular tourist destination in India was built in 1911 to commemorate the visit of King George V and Queen Mary? India Gate, Gateway of India, Prince of Wales Museum, Victoria Terminus. Take your time and think about it. And it is a very famous place in India, and you can see in this photo, answer is Gateway of India. During the period of Viceroy Lord Hardinge II, Delhi Darbar was organized in 1911, in which George V and Queen Mary were invited. The popular tourist destination of India, Gateway of India, was erected to commemorate the landing of Queen George V, Queen Mary at Apollo Bunder. Gateway of India is situated in Mumbai, and it was laid on 31st March 1911. Later, it was used as a symbolic ceremonial entrance to India for Viceroy and new governors of Bombay. So, do remember the answer is Gateway of India, and it is situated in Mumbai. Who was the founder of Home Rule League movement? Sarojini Naidu, Annie Besant, Joseph Baptista, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. So this was a very famous movement in 1916. Think about it. And I guess the answer you are looking for is right, because the answer is Annie Besant. So Home Rule League movement was an Indian independence movement. It witnessed the growth and spread during the year 1916 to 1918 under the leadership of Annie Besant and Bal Gangadhar Tilak, with the aim of the attainment of home rule or a dominion status for India under the British Empire. Tilak launched the Indian Home Rule League on 28th April 1916 in Pune. Joseph Baptista was the president and N.C. Kelkar was the secretary of this league. Annie Besant launched the Home Rule League in September 1916 in Adyar. She was the president of her league, and George Arundel was the general secretary. So do remember, answer is Annie Besant. Who was the founder of Home Rule League? Annie Besant. Home Rule League, established in 1915 to 1916, was served as a subsidiary unit of dash following: Muslim League, Indian National Congress, extremists, or British government. Take your time. And once again, I guess the answer you're looking for is right, because the answer is Indian National Congress. So, Home Rule League, established in 1915 to 1916, served as a subsidiary unit of Indian National Congress. The primary objective of the Home Rule movement was to achieve self-government within the British Empire through the use of constitutional means. And for that purpose, they need to wake the Indians up. And for that purpose, Home Rule League movement was started in 1916 under the leadership of Annie Besant. And later on, it was led by Bal Gangadhar Tilak also in Bombay, and Annie Besant in the other places, and N.C. Kelkar as the secretary. So do remember, it was the 1916 that Indian Home Rule League movement was started. And that's it in this session, guys. I hope you learned a lot of things with me, and a lot of questions we discussed will help you in your upcoming exams. I will see you in the next session, in which we will discuss some more things related to the modern history part. Until then, keep learning, keep sharing. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care, everyone, and see you soon.